each and every members of the press and other institutions. We are going to be reaching out to other international bodies for parliamentary training. We're going to be ensuring that central administration staffers get training. We want to be ensuring that those who are on government payroll, they must be able to come to work. If you are on government payroll, you have to come to work. This place is not going to be a market ground anymore. We want to ensure that the sense of authority be restored to the national legislature. That is, nobody just going to be parading or gallivanting in the corridors of the legislature. We're not going to have the legislature. We're going to rebrand this place. Also, I've proposed Capitol Police told the speaker in plenary that we're going to be working on to train people to. I'm not going to be having the process where people have to go to the bathrooms and start hoarding water downstairs, all the kind of thing, people in the corridor, rubbing hands on the walls, all those kind of things. If you come to work, this place is going to be a serious business. So I am very, very grateful to Fanati Kofa and all 73 members. Unfortunately, we lost one of our colleagues, so we are now 72. And hoping that all of our friends who are in courts, matters and those institutions, so that we can get a full numbers of our people. So I'm just grateful this afternoon. I'm going to be working with all our staffers, our central administration directors, the misplacement of directors. We're going to reshuffle. If you are competent, you should be competent for a job before you can have it. If you are trained in human resource capacity, there should be no reason why they will take you from there and send you to maintenance or they send you to technical service. We're going to be looking at credential. Like for me, I did public administration, so now I have masters in public administration and public sector management. So it is a very good placement. So I'm just grateful this afternoon.
We'll take 4 questions, beginning with Pram FM Prince.
So, Onroko, my name is Prince Moba. I report for Pram FM. I also have just 2 concerns. One, you spoke on ensuring that the Capitol building would not be, a market ground, if I got your word correct. How serious are you in ensuring that? Because we see most times, even you lawmakers are embarrassed with how people will sometimes chase after your cars. Any other thing. The second question is, one of the things we saw during the 54th, which you were co-chair on the Rules Order Administration, was this agitation from staffers on benefits and salaries. Something that embarrassed even your committee. How prepared are you to correcting that under this regime?
I understand the issues that staffers will have because I've come from the staffers background and I issue areas of concern to me. I'm also proposing to our colleagues that, people leave from Douala, people leave from Jamaica, people leave from Johnsonville to come to work and you pay them $75. I think it's not going to help any of those individuals. If you want decency, if you want quality of work, you should be able to give people decent salaries. So I believe that we are going to even look into the salaries of our staffers. Take, for instance, there are some directors here who got masters and 2-3 master's degree, and they're making $200 or $300. How efficient and proficient that person is going to be? You got to pay people per their qualification. Their qualification or salary should commensurate with what they have been able to acquire as an education. And then you see the agitations, people benefits not being paid. It will not happen. When you ask how prepared I am more than prepared to take on the task because I've had experience, institutional memory of this committee. So I understand the challenges, I understand the problem, and we are here to solve them.
Honorable,
I want to congratulate you first for your preferment. You just spoke about the workers. It's been noticed here in the past is that every day, every month or so, you see new faces in administration. No one knows how they are being brought there. What is your administration going to do to make sure that there will not be changes, every day new faces, and things will be in the right perspective?
That's what I'm saying. We are going to assess. We are going to have our internal audit. We're going to look at our payrolls. The Rules Order and Administration responsible to get people, vet people, and recommend to plenary for appointment. So it's not just going to be you are a director, then you bring your daughter or you bring your auntie. That's not going to happen. If those individuals are in the employ of the legislature, we are going to weed them out from our payroll. We will ensure that no practice or nepotism going to take place here. We're not going to allow that. because I understood there are directors, there are individuals, even lawmakers. People just arbitrarily just grab people and put them on the payroll who are not working, who are not serving government. We're going to be working with our colleagues to make sure we streamline our payrolls and not to make our payroll bulky and people are not paid the just benefit. Because if we reduce the number of staffers on our payroll, then you will increase the salaries and benefits of those individuals, and you will put more demand of efficiency on job and all the kind of thing. That's a very easy thing for us to do, and we're going to work with our colleagues. We're going to work with plenary to make sure that we implement that. When I say that, it's so embarrassing. You see people, lawmakers coming from section, you see people running after them on their cars and backing them. Before you access this building, in the next 90 days, you will have passed and you will have reason why you should be in this building. So you're not just including Honorable Roden, it's not a personal attack, but if you are a journalist, before you come to this, to plenary, you must be accredited. Nobody just going to walk with a gadget from any institution because a journalist and just enter the grounds of the Capitol building, more especially in session of the Honorable House of Representatives. If you are not accredited, you're not going to have access to the building. The first thing to pass the security gate to enter here in the next 6 months is going to be a very difficult and a tough process.
Liberia News Agency, Douglas Buregu.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Cole, congratulations. I'm Dorcas and I work for the Liberia News Agency. Still on employees' welfare. In past times, we've been seeing the bus, the vehicle, marked House of Representatives staff. So I don't know what's your plan to ensuring that the staff get the bus or buses back.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at our payroll, you look at our benefits, you look at some of the monies that go to other places, I don't think it's fair enough to the staffers. I just said, if somebody is living in Johnsonville, for example, you pay the people, that person $75 and you expect that person to be here 5 working days of the week, I think it will not be good. So the first thing is the national budget is coming. We're going to look at our internal budget to procure buses for our staff for wash in the next 6 months to 1 year, even though everything not going to be roses, but we're going to do everything in our determination to provide quality services for our staffers and hire competent staff to help us. If even you are discussing the budget, we're going to be looking from department to department, more especially the budget department in the House of Representatives. You must have competent and qualified people who will even debate of the the budget bureau, and just feed lawmakers who are on the budget committee with information on the budget hearings going on. But you get family members, people just grab their relatives and bring them to budget department when they have no vocation in budgeting. So it's a problem. In all of the department, those are the things that are happening there. You have communication, you have technical services. You go in and grab somebody and bring them to the technical services when he or she has no idea that they're not going to help the institution, they're not going to help the Honorable House of Representatives. That's why you always see people perform the way they perform. So this time around, we are going to be working with our colleagues. We're going to be working with the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, to advocate more for the support of buses and staffers, because I know in time past we had almost 4 or 5 buses that were running, that were movable, that were in good condition. We should not be repairing buses at this time after they have lived more than 6 years, 7 years. We should not be. We should be able to procure new buses on our budget, because even lawmakers don't have cars. Our directors, if we want to dignify them, those are the directions you should be able to look into. Somebody got 2 master's degrees, director at the House of Representatives, say ride motorbike to come to work. I think we are going to be looking at all of those things, even though our president, His Excellency Joseph Yima Baka, yesterday said it will not be business as usual, because we have to prioritize the interests of the people and the welfare of our employees. So there will be some changes in a very not long distant future.
Leroy Sopon,
Honorable Cole, thank you for your preferment. Based on your opinion of the Honorable House of Representatives, meaning you're responsible for dress school, have people with dress as they enter the building, have people with dress as they enter the chamber. You're responsible for the bathrooms, you're responsible for the yard of the Capitol building, you're responsible for almost everything concerning what on the ground. How effective will you be?
It's not the word I, not the pronouns I. It would be us or we. The committee going to be prepared. You know, there are 7 members of this committee. Honorable Abu Kamara were named as co-chair. We are going to work collectively to ensure that that's happening, so that it starts from us who are leaders and honorable members on session day, nobody going to wear t-shirt and jean trousers. You come and you will never be allowed in session. In the next 90 days, we're going to serve notices in our coolies because, a lot of our coolies come from the hinterland and people come from there. They have to resettle here. Some of them have challenges, and it's just to give them some time. So after three months or 6 months, I know that things will fall in place. We're going to be working with our coolies to make sure we agree, because some people are not informed of the rules, so we have to. One of our colleagues was saying, you need to have session to train us, to give our information, because there are some of the procedures we don't understand, even though we are elected. So we're going to be providing those opportunities for our colleagues, and even including dress code. Not only lawmakers, those visitors that come to the grounds of the Capitol. This is not a place for a beauty pageant that you have to just dress any kind of way. Even you can be personal staff. We're going to have the sergeant at arms, our protocol officers will be assigned on the various walls of the Honorable House of Representatives. If you are caught there and not dressed properly, you're not going to go there. In the next 90 days, nobody will go at the back of the place and use a container to go there to urinate. If you are caught and you in central administration, will fire you. And the way to stop it is to fix the bathroom that we are now embarking on in our first 30 days to make sure all our bathrooms are fixed, water's available all over, so that nobody will have reason to go stand in the public or in the yard of the Capitol building to urinate. That is disingenuous, it's archaic, it's very, very ancient, and we should not be doing it. No civilized ground, no civilized legislature can do such.
Last but not the least, Desmond for Angel TV.
Thanks so kindly. My name is Desmond, like you said rightly. Honorable Marvin, I'm so concerned about the job you do. I begin by saying congratulations. And the Liberian people are interested in knowing from you, especially with these kind of commitments. You're talking about staffers' welfare, talking about decency at the Capitol building. We understand the job you do is highly indispensable as a chairperson on rules, order, and administration. But we are also concerned. You serve as a co-chair to Honorable Johnson Gweglu, and of course, similarly, he said all of these that you are announcing to the Liberian people with the kind of a certain commitment. Now, the question is, with this, and specifically what was said by Honorable Johnson, and you are just speaking repetitiously because he said all of what you're saying. I mean, what exactly is the difference? You also work with Gweglu as a co-chair. He finally said,
you have asked the question.
1 minute. He said, all of what he said, the reason why he didn't experience or he didn't achieve his goal, it was because he didn't experience or receive the support from the requisite authority. He mentioned the finance ministry, because staff of Western talk about financing the increment of staffers' salaries. How are you going to manage these affairs with this issue of staffers' welfare, with much emphasis on staffers' salary disparity?
But the first thing is, you said Honorable Johnson Gweglu, right? And I'm Honorable Josiah Marvin. So that's a big difference. There's a big difference. Two individuals. To be a president and a vice president. The president authority is not a vice president authority. You need to understand that. The next thing here is Honorable Johnson Gweglu, he did what he could. I will not despise what he did as chair. He was able to perform under very difficult circumstances. But for me, probably I have an extra and different skill that I bring to the table. I've gotten the training, I've gotten the insight, I've gotten to understand what are the challenges and how to solve them. Probably Honorable Johnson Gweglu in his whole life, he did not have an opportunity to serve on rules, order, and administration. He was just hired as chair. Unlike I, who have gone through the rank and file of the committee, I've understood the working of the committee, and it is about networking. You have to work with the Ways, Means, and Finance. Yeah, you have to work with the colleagues on the floor. You have to work with the speaker. You have to make it. And if it has to be the agenda of the speaker, and I know the agenda of the speaker is to seek the welfare of the staffers. That is what J. Fonante Kofa brings to the table. And I will just be executing what the speakers want, and what the colleagues want, and what the Liberian people want. That's what I'm going to be executing. So you will see a very huge and wide difference, because Fonante Kofa in his first 90 days or 100 days, you will see some changes. Today we have now started to put the marks and all that stuff. You were in session today, we started to test the mark. That did not happen, and now you saw it. So maybe in the next 1 month or two, we will have that place where they're electronically connected, that You will not be moving in the aisle with microphone from lawmaker to lawmaker. You will sit over there. In fact, you, the journalist, will not have access to the chamber. We will have the glass covering that place so that nobody can get used and get harm in a lawmaker. There will be protective services provided there. So there are so many things in the Puebla, and we're going to be working on that.
This is a general of the
including when you are coming here, you are a press officer, you will be told the kind of dress code on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you have to abide by that.
This is a general of the media. Thanks for the interaction with the
Thank you so much.
Thanks for being there. My name is Prince.